Okay, guys, so I wanted to do an update. I wanted to do a labor and delivery story during the COVID-19. COVID-19 during 2020. So I'm just going to label some things you have to look out for if you expecting a baby this year, or if you get induced. I'm going to touch on that. So first of all, I remember I did my video and I said I knew I wasn't going to come back until I had her. So what happened was every week I was walking, and I was walking like every week, so that I would be able to get the baby out. And I ended up going to my 38 week, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know, because she's not coming out, so I don't think I'm gonna go at 39 weeks or 37 weeks. That already passed. When I had my son, I was at 37, but all kids are different. So, I don't know, I just started feeling like really, really crampy at my 38 weeks. So, I told my mom, I was like, okay, we should pack and get ready to go to the hospital. So, when we got to the hospital, they ended up saying that my blood pressure was a little bit too high. They had to keep me. So, long story short, I had to get induced at 38 weeks. And, oh man, it took about 24 hours, because you have to wait for the medicine to kick in. You have to wait for the contractions to kick in. So all I was doing was just laying down. Now, a quick update: if you're having a baby this year, you can only bring one person. And when you go, you both have to get your temperature checked every hour, every 2 hours, because it's just a lot. It's just dangerous this year. And I feel bad for us moms that have to go through that, stuff this year. Like, I really didn't expect to have a baby during the COVID-19. So it was just me and my mom in there, but I kept her dad like updated during the whole time. The contractions were really, really bad. Like, they were bad. They were coming in like every 5 minutes. So I would just like take deep breaths, or I would go to the bathroom. I would walk. I found out that walking around the room was better. I think I went in around 10:30 at night. I didn't have her till the next afternoon, so it took a long time for the contractions to kick in. I didn't get an epidural. It was just regular birth. I had asked them for the insulin in my arm so that it could take away the contraction pain. But by the time the contraction pain came in, I was already ready to push. So you end up staying at the hospital for 3 days, I think. So you stay at the hospital for like 2 to 3 days. It depends on your condition. If they feel like you're ready to go home, they'll send you home. But otherwise, they keep it all the moms. So it was just, and right now at the hospitals, it's only babies and moms and one guest. Like, there's nobody else in the hospital, and security guards and all the nurses that switch their schedules and stuff. So it's just you, the baby, and your guest. Why do I have to? You know what? I was going to do Taco Bell mukbang and do this, but I ended up eating my Taco Bell first. So, yeah, so we end up staying there. They provide room service for you and your guests. The food was absolutely great. The nurses was nice. The only thing is, as soon as you have your baby, they have to know for sure that your baby have health insurance, and you have to go to the doctors, take the baby to her first doctor's appointment or his first doctor's appointment the 2 days afterwards. So it goes really, really fast, because you can't really bring newborn babies out in this world and all this mess without the doctors like checking up on them. So as soon as I left the hospital, I went straight to I booked her appointment and went straight to the doctors. So when I went to the doctors, they just checked for the jaundice. I think it's like this jaundice. All babies have to get the vitamin D drops, because it helps with their bones. You have to make sure your baby is getting a lot of sunlight, because if your baby's not getting a lot of sunlight, your bones are not going to be strong, and your breast milk and the infant formula is not, not enough. So they ask for vitamin D drops. So far, I've never been in labor that long, but I was happy I was over it. The only thing you have to deal with after you have the labor is the back pains and back spasms. So you can take ibuprofen, you can take Motrin and Tylenol. They do provide medicine when you're in the hospital, so you don't have to deal with those pains. You are going to have a lot of bleeding, so make sure you I mean, the hospitals provide everything. Honestly, we had bought diapers and stuff in my bag, my diaper bags, and we didn't use none of ours. You go home with formula, you go home with whatever you need, bottles. The only thing I don't think they provide is a car seat, but I think the fire department provide car seats for moms who can't afford it. So, you go home with Pampers, wipes, pads. You go home with everything. Like, the hospital experience is definitely the bomb for that. They provide receiving blankets. They provide everything you need. So I think my experience with the hospitals was really, really great. Um, 3 days. I stayed there 3 days. As far as the sleeping schedule, it's like 2 hours on, 2 hours off. I'm doing both breastfeeding and infant formula. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on that. And we will talk to you guys in the next video. On our way home. Say Pepe, we're on our way. This was a great stay. Thank you to all the nurses for helping me out. Papa did so good. And then we are headed home. Minnie, my Minnie.